Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling off? You can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel a little smaller, a little less confident. Or maybe you feel a constant sense of confusion and self-doubt around a particular person in your life. Whether it's at work, in your friend group, or even in your own family. If this sounds familiar, you might be experiencing something called quiet undermining. It's a subtle, often passive-aggressive form of sabotage that can seriously damage your confidence and mental well-being. Because it's so subtle, you might even convince yourself it's all in your head, but it's not. And today, we're going to shed light on this toxic behavior. We'll explore 7 psychology-backed signs that you're being quietly undermined, and most importantly, what you can do about it. The first and most common sign is the backhanded compliment. This is a comment that sounds like a compliment on the surface but contains a hidden insult. For example, "Wow, you were so articulate in that meeting. I'm genuinely surprised. I love that you're so confident to wear that outfit. That report you wrote was actually really good. I didn't expect that from you." The psychological tactic here is to plant a seed of doubt. The compliment part makes it difficult for you to object without looking overly sensitive, while the insult part does its job of chipping away at your self-esteem. It's a classic form of passive-aggressive communication designed to make you feel inferior. Does your coworker conveniently forget to include you in an important email chain that directly impacts your project? Or do they forget to mention a crucial change in a deadline until it's almost too late to react? While genuine oversights can happen to anyone, when you see a consistent pattern of being left out of the loop, it's rarely an accident. Withholding vital information is a primary and incredibly effective tool for someone looking to quietly undermine you. It's a calculated way to sabotage your work and make you appear incompetent, unreliable, or disorganized, all while they maintain perfect, plausible deniability. They can always fall back on the classic excuse, "Oh, it completely slipped my mind," or "I assumed someone else told you." This tactic is designed to make you fail. It creates invisible obstacles, leaving you to scramble for information or walk into meetings unprepared. The ultimate goal is to gain an advantage, not through their own merit, but by ensuring you can't perform at your best. This behavior often stems from deep-seated insecurity and a desire to control the narrative by controlling the flow of information, making themselves look better by making you look worse. Humor is a tool for connection and joy, but in the hands of a skilled underminer, it twists into a sharp, subtle weapon. This individual will make you the consistent target of their teasing. These aren't light-hearted jokes. They are barbed comments disguised as humor, often aimed directly at your insecurities, your unique personality traits, or your ambitious ideas. And critically, this is almost always a performance, done in front of others to maximize your embarrassment and their own social standing. The moment you show any sign of being hurt or offended, they deploy their ultimate defense mechanism. They immediately flip the script, turning the focus onto your reaction with dismissive phrases like, "Wow, I was just kidding," or "Don't be so sensitive, can't you take a joke?" This is a masterful manipulation tactic. It provides them with a perfect escape route, allowing them to deliver a direct insult and then claim innocence by hiding behind the veil of humor. The psychological goal is twofold. First, to diminish your credibility and status within the group, and second, to gaslight you into believing your valid emotional response is an overreaction. It puts you in a no-win situation. Either you silently absorb the disrespect, or you speak up and risk being labeled as the difficult or humorless one. Have you ever experienced that sinking feeling of sharing an innovative idea with someone, only to have them dismiss it with a wave of their hand, and then a week later, you hear them passionately pitching that very same concept as their own? Or perhaps when you accomplish something you're truly proud of, they are quick to deflate your excitement by downplaying its significance. This is a particularly brazen and damaging form of undermining. Taking credit for your intellectual property is a profound sign of disrespect and a clear signal that they are willing to climb a ladder by stepping on your hands. It's a dual attack. First, they make you question the validity of your own idea through their initial dismissal. And second, they betray your trust for their personal gain. The act of downplaying your achievements is more subtle, yet just as corrosive. Instead of celebrating with you, they might offer a passive-aggressive comment like, "Oh, anyone could have done that if they had that much time," or they will immediately pivot the conversation away from your success. This behavior is almost always a direct symptom of intense jealousy and insecurity. Such individuals often view success as a zero-sum game. For them to win, someone else must lose. They struggle to genuinely celebrate your accomplishments because your success serves as a painful mirror, reflecting their own perceived inadequacies and making them feel left behind. Underminers are often masterful puppeteers of perception, and their primary tool is gossip. They rarely engage in spreading outrageous, easily disproven lies. Instead, their strategy is far more insidious. They plant subtle, negative narratives by weaving together kernels of truth with carefully chosen negative framing. This often involves weaponizing information you've shared in confidence, taking a moment of vulnerability, and presenting it as a character flaw, all while feigning concern for your well-being. For example, they'll say to a manager or a mutual friend, "I'm a little worried about Sarah leading that project. She seemed incredibly stressed and overwhelmed last week, and I'm just not sure she has the bandwidth for something this big." On the surface, it sounds like a caring colleague looking out for a friend, but this is a Trojan horse. The real, calculated intent is to damage your professional reputation and subtly sow seeds of doubt in the minds of people who make decisions about your career or influence your social standing. They are poisoning the well, ensuring that others view you through a lens of instability or incompetence, all without leaving any fingerprints. Another powerful and deeply cutting undermining tactic is social exclusion. This isn't just about not getting an invitation to the big company party. It's the consistent, subtle pattern of being left out of meetings you should be attending, being forgotten on email chains where decisions are made, or discovering the rest of the team went for a quick lunch that was actually an important work discussion. You might notice the group has inside jokes you're not a part of, or that conversations abruptly stop when you enter a room. This behavior is expertly designed to make you feel isolated, unimportant, and completely disconnected from the group. Psychologically, this is a potent weapon because it taps into our fundamental, evolutionary need to belong. Being ostracized sends a primal signal of threat to our brains, which can lead to profound feelings of worthlessness and anxiety. When your mental and emotional energy is consumed by questioning your place and value within the team, it becomes exponentially harder to focus, contribute creatively, and perform at your best. This final sign is perhaps the most critical because it isn't about a specific observable action, but about the invisible toll it takes on you. After interacting with an underminer, you consistently feel emotionally drained, as if your energy has been siphoned off. You might walk away with a distinct mental fog, a confusion that makes you question what just happened. This disorientation stems from a fundamental disconnect. Their words might be polite or even encouraging, but their tone, body language, or the subsequent outcome feels off. This creates a deeply toxic environment where trust cannot survive, and genuine collaboration withers. This lingering feeling is not you being too sensitive. It is your intuition, your internal alarm system, screaming that something is fundamentally wrong. Your mind is picking up on subtle patterns of manipulation even when you can't logically pinpoint the exact offense. It is crucial that you learn to trust that feeling as valid data. Ignoring it leads to a constant, corrosive state of second-guessing, not just about them, but about yourself. You begin to question your own judgment, your perceptions, and even your sanity. Over time, this chronic self-doubt takes a significant toll on your mental health, leading not just to stress and a loss of confidence, but to burnout and a withdrawal from the very things you used to enjoy. Recognizing these signs is the first, most powerful step. So what comes next? 1. Document everything. Keep a private record of specific incidents, what was said or done, when it happened, and who was present. This helps you see the pattern and validates your feelings. 2. Set firm boundaries. You don't have to be confrontational. If someone makes a backhanded compliment, you can calmly say, "What did you mean by that?" Or if they joke at your expense, a simple, "I don't find that funny," can be incredibly effective. This puts them on notice that their behavior is not acceptable. 3. Reduce your interactions. If possible, limit your one-on-one time with this person. Keep your conversations professional, brief, and to the point. You don't owe them your time or emotional energy. 4. Seek support. Talk to a trusted friend, a mentor, or a therapist about what you're experiencing. Getting an outside perspective can confirm that you're not imagining things and can help you build a strategy to cope. Remember, you cannot control another person's insecurities or actions, but you can control how you respond. Recognizing these undermining behaviors for what they are, a reflection of the other person's issues, not your worth, is the key to taking back your power. If you found this video helpful, give it a like to help others discover these insights. Share it with someone who could use a reminder about healthy relationships, and if you're passionate about self-empowerment and personal growth, subscribe for more content like this. Check out the video on screen now, or explore the channel for even more tips and guidance. Thank you for watching.